Chapter 2. As a reaction-causing trigger word in education, we're going to take standardized tests out of the equation and focus our attention on teaching students the skills they need in relationship to facts. Although we can find factual information all over the internet to evaluate, can we truly engage in conversation about current situations around the world or comprehend reading passages or writing without background knowledge? Willingham and cognitive science suggests it is impossible to think critically about any topic without some factual knowledge stored in long-term memory. Key idea 1. Background knowledge is essential to understanding.
Our second key idea involves background knowledge and its effects on reading comprehension. Without background information, the context can get lost and thus comprehension cannot truly occur. Background information is essential to reading comprehension because, without it, all you have is text with gaps in it that is devoid of context. Reading comprehension depends upon context rather than words on their own, and writers depend upon background knowledge to prevent the necessity to write down every detail and consider every individual who may read their work. If no background knowledge exists, then there is no meaning. If there is no meaning, then it will not stick in the working memory of the reader, and whatever information there was to be given to the reader will be lost.
Third key idea, factual knowledge improves memory and is essential for cognitive reasoning. Much of cognitive reasoning is done through memory retrieval. The first step in problem solving is to scan your memory, and if there is something that you have previously learned, all you need is to retrieve it. One example of using memory through the use of cognitive reasoning is applying the chunking method. The ability to use chunking requires background knowledge to draw a correlation with each component of the memory block. Knowledge allows someone to make associations for future knowledge. In effect, the more knowledge you have, the more ability you have to gain even more.
So what are some ways that utilize these key ideas in your classroom? Here are 3. 1. Read, read, read. By reading books that are at a just right level, students will begin to lay the knowledge foundation necessary for critical thinking skills. 2. Help students develop the skills to determine what things are important and which are unnecessary. Using one schema, students can discriminate between what you need to know and what you don't, but they may need to be taught how to do so. In this image, these first graders are listening to story problems using talk points. They then need to determine which language in the problem is important in order to solve. 3. Don't overlook teachable moments. Those moments when a lesson may detour from the original plans because of student interest or even a discussion. There's so much knowledge and expertise that every person, both teachers and students, can bring to the table.